Hello, hello, people of the internet. It's your boy, Skinny Penis, and oh boy, do I have a little treat for you today. Another Libertard video. The ship keeps on giving. The ship is, probably gonna be the last video on it for a while, since at some point it's always the same. But this one here, quite the ridiculous game. Obviously, arms race. And yeah, well, gonna end up with over 400k damage. This is just gonna be a matter of time. Either obviously arms race or just the perfect game where you have a lot of BBs that you can farm. This one here, arms race, and oh boy, am I gonna rack up damage here. So, by the way, the matchmaking, actually quite demented. You only have 5 tier 10s and the rest is tier 9s, and obviously, in my personal opinion, the ship is a tier 11. So, fucking on tier 9s is remarkably easy and rewarding, let's say. But yeah, playing with Mr. Dobby here, Rectal Coombs, and well, let's see what's going to happen. As said in the first video, the ship basically plays itself. And also, I said that the guns are way too good. The penetration, and also like, the dispersion is trolly, but you have 12 shells. Like, the guns themselves are too good, and you will see it in this game that they are definitely too good. They pump out too much damage if someone is flat. More often than not, you do get a decent amount of citadels or even massive hits. Sure, like in about like 1 out of 3 volleys or so, you're going to completely miss. It happens. But I mean, if this ship would be as consistent as, like, I don't know, a Monty or something, like slightly more consistent, the ship would be an absolute disaster. I mean, it already has more pen than Monty, so, well, can't make it more accurate. But yeah, we're gonna go in. It's only 2 DDs also, which means in this kind of scenario where there's no DDs and also like no torpedo cruisers apart from this, you just have to watch out for torps again. It's like always the same with the battleships. The only thing that kills you really fast these days, or kills of your games as a BB, is eating torpedoes. Also, like here, DD immediately shot like 6 shells, 6 out of 12, plus a secondary hit, 7.6k. That's too much damage. It is. It's just too much damage for a small DD like Submerged. Notoriously hard to hit. Sure, he was flat, but I mean, 6 shells. And the dispersion looked quite awful. I mean, I've had better hits, like 8-9 shell hits even. But yeah, obviously trying to focus out the DD immediately. Thankfully, our Svea will come in here and radar the Submerged, therefore it's gonna die. That's also, by the way, why I'm sticking around here behind the island, between me and Submerged, so I don't have to eat the Submerged torps. The moment the Submerged is dead, I will immediately push up, because there's basically no torpedo threat anymore. This dispersion, for example, it is too accurate. It is way too accurate, and well, you will see throughout the game that I will get 10 citadels, meaning yes, I do actually pump quite a lot of damage into people's broadsides, and on top of everything, people can't play in your secondary range. Also, like in this game, you will see I will get a captain proc. I will get F key obviously on top, and then we will also have a triple reload buff at one point. I'm not gonna really do or you won't really see the secondaries work for that long. Also, like, people can't even live inside those secondaries anymore. But yeah, in the end, with AR, F key, triple reload, and the captain proc, I will reduce my secondary reload by 90%. Around 90%, this is what I will reach. And you will see that basically the secondaries don't even stop shooting. The difference is it's not a Schlieffen. Like, you don't have the small caliber secondary guns with no fire chance because you run IFAG. No, you have high caliber secondary guns that pen everything and set a million fires, and still you can reduce the reload to such demented levels. You also see here, like, as you can see, the Submerged is dead, I told you, so I can move up and I will go to these islands. Basically just bringing, or trying to figure out, by the way, here, I put him on a triple fire with the secondaries. Trying to figure out how to get a 1v1 going. For example, like, I don't want to be fucked by the Schlieffen now while I'm fighting the Soyuz. So trying to just get the island in between me and him. But since the Schlieffen walks behind the island, I can just sit here and watch my secondaries go brr. Interestingly enough, I won't get another fire on the Soyuz. Maybe one, I think. But sadly, I'm not setting him on additional fires. No, actually, I'm not setting him on any fires. We have the Austin coming back. As you can see, this one, for example, is a bit of a troll volley. Or I also underled. Yeah, I underled. And also the dispersion was shit. Here, for example, he reload boosts, I DCP, but his reload boost is only 15 seconds. So my entire DCP will cover his reload boost, so he will not be able to get a fire. Once again, something I pressed DCP here because I knew he only has 15 seconds of reload boost. But once again, something that this ship didn't need, 20-second base DCP. Like here you can see, get a double sit. That man is nearly dead. He's also running into my secondary range. Randomly, my secondaries are shooting in the middle too. I'm just parking on an island and secondary people down. The ship plays itself. It just literally plays itself. There's no real skill required. It's just demented. I'm obviously trying also to not eat any Schlieffenpeats here. Trying to now reverse for the and Sejong Peats, like Schlieffen Sejong. I don't want to eat their Peats, and I also want to reverse to get the Duncan to my secondary range. As you can see, he's coming in. Also the Schlieffen is flat to me. Obviously don't expect 30-40k volleys every single time, but as I said, like more often than not, you do actually punish people quite hard with these guns and the shell mount. So yeah. Also, as you can see, the heal and DCP, I mean, specifically the heal is just insane. Like, I took a lot of damage already and I can still heal a fuck ton of it just because it's improved. And now we can slowly but surely, like every single engagement is gonna become more and more demented. Because slowly but surely I will get my Captain Prog. I already have double reload on the secondaries. So technically this secondary reload is already kind of like Captain Prog. Also like the reload buffs obviously from Arms Race make you shoot faster, or like your main guns. So therefore you can also get the F key faster. It's just hubris, like I don't know. Also like you can just look at the damage. I mean, he's healing, like supposedly he's super healing. Here for example he goes behind an island or tries to, look at the damage my secondaries just dealt. That was like nearly 10k. I squeeze a few shells past. 28k, double sit again. That's already 4 sits. I'm on 200k already. Basically, and now he burns down to the fires. It's just a perfect example. Like the guns are too strong, the secondaries murder everything. The maneuverability is obviously insane. Like my acceleration, reverse speed, everything, turning. Like I can just move around these islands like it's nothing. We're 7 minutes in, high caliber and Confederate, and we're only halfway through with the damage farming. I will now go into middle and start a complete shit show. Sadly, obviously, you run a... I mean, I've tried like no concealment spec now or 5 heal spec. Dropping concealment for it. Dropping fire prevention for it is worthless. That's completely bullshit. There's not even an argument I would go into. It's just retarded. But obviously, you're not running 5 heals. In this game, it's not gonna be that important because I kill people so fast now in the middle that I will actually live through it. As you can see, my DCP and heal already, so now I can go for the final engagement, let's say. And yeah, I tested it around, but like it's better to just keep concealment. 13km on the brawler is just better. As you can see, another sit, engine damage too, and I got my F key again. And I'm just going to try and maximize my damage output now by just putting my secondaries on the Schlieffen, because I also pen him. Yeah, well, the Schlieffen is just going to die to my secondaries now, as you can see. He's taking nice amounts of damage. And I'm trying to get my guns on the people on the left, Missouri, Moscow, and Sejong. My secondaries will deal with the Schlieffen. Just have to be careful that I don't eat the Schlieffen Peats, but they're so slow that if he white lines, it's just fucked. This one here, just a bunch of overpens, but as you can see, the Schlieffen just dies automatically. Fires. The Moskva is now going to peak. We're going to completely one-shot him. My secondaries are still going mega on the Sejong. As you can see, the damage output is just ridiculous. There we go, 66.9k. The Sejong is just completely getting evaporated by my secondaries, by the way. It's like that man has no chance. He's just fucking dead to secondaries. It's insane. Like, I don't know. Look at the Squirtin. Like, it's a triple reload F key. Look, they don't stop shooting. It's like a Schlieffen. But my secondaries actually deal more damage. And yeah, well, what can you say? Look at this again. Massive secondary hits, penning him everywhere. Double fire immediately again on him with the secondaries. It's just, well, when this ship reaches life, we're just going to be in for a funny ride when there's 2 or 3 of them per side and basically no ships can play close, because if this thing runs at you, it's basically 1-for-1 trading you guaranteed. Well, it was one of the craziest games I had. I actually managed to live at the end, as you can see here. 336 secondary hits. The Captain Proc was going on for a while. 10 citadels, only 12 fires, because most people either died. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, sometimes you get more fires, but most of the times if you get that many secondary hits, you just kill them with alpha. Only 3 kills, let's say. Didn't really get to get most of the kills, but in the end, yeah, 3.5 base, just walking it down. Obviously, Reaktelkumstobi didn't have that much fun again, because I was just walking at people and murdering them with the ship. Perfect example. Here you can also see it. It was a 9-minute and 49-second game, and I got 400k damage. It wasn't like not even a 10-minute game. And like 209k from guns, AP only. I figured out that the HE is quite potent on it. It's actually good. It's improved alpha and shit, and also, like, obviously with the secondaries, if you get fires, secondaries can set the permas after, stuff like that. But you can technically spam HE at range as well. For some reason, all the new BBs get decent or really, really good HE. Yeah, you have a 158k alpha strike from secondaries. That's basically cruiser average on tier 10. Or lots of HE spam cruisers have this as an average roundabout. For example, like I have even less average than this in some. I think my Des Moines average is like 150 or so, stuff like that. And this ship basically just walks at people, presses F a bunch, and gets this kind of damage, alpha strike from the secondaries. Then again, as said in the first video, you're not gonna get that much Witherers or Arsonists because you just kill them too fast. You kill ships too fast with the alpha strike, so your fire damage and Arsonist potential isn't that high, because you just murder them too quick. Can go through this, like obviously that guy was flat twice, but the moment I just started ignoring him, my secondaries dealt like, what is this, over 40k damage to him. The Duncan as well, 54k secondary damage. That's, by the way, what you saw. Like, he super healed. You didn't even see the super heal. I never shot that man apart from that one flat shot for 33k. The rest was done by secondaries. Secondaries just murdering him, penning him everywhere. The Zuyu's actually having a bit of an easier time because of fast DCPs, or like he basically also got lucky, but in Moskva getting completely one shot by one volley, 8 HL hits, 5 sits. Sejong, that was the one you also saw suffering in my secondaries, 19.6k. Yeah, I mean, questionable design, if you ask me, honestly. My idea, or my guess here, is that this ship is basically the ultimate cash grab. They have to nerf it, because Libertard spam, Los Andes Libertard spam and randoms would ruin a lot of the gameplay, a lot. Because first of all, lots of ships wouldn't be able to really play the game at all. Therefore, also most random players, also like green players, Blunicombs, even lots of people would switch to long range kite and spam. So the game would become extreme. First, people would just get run over and 1-for-1, and then it would turn extremely passive because there would be 2-3 Libertards per game. So everyone would just try to farm them from base. It would be really bad. I mean, it will be really bad because it is going to come like this to life. My idea is it's a cash grab because they have to nerf it afterwards, and they will probably hit it hard with a nerf. Would pretty much show that they have given up on the game, kind of, and they just want to monetize. Because I mean, Hildebrand, basically a CV as a cruiser, now like Libertard. being completely moronically busted, and the ship just playing itself, like you don't have to have any hands or any skill, whatever. The ship also has basically no citadel. You get citadel more likely and more often through the nose or on your cheek by 32 overmatchers, or generally on the cheek by ships. Then you get flat broadside. The ship is extremely safe to turn in. Also, like, your turning speed is extremely high because of your rudder shift and this weird acceleration they gave it, like the Vermont Vincent type acceleration, means that you have a lot of turning speed, which also means you push your citadel underwater a lot. Ship is extremely hard to punish flat. Can basically 1-for-1 any cruiser or BB. If you play it correctly, it wins every 1v1 and you stay alive. And you will be, like, the moment you stay alive, you will be able to heal and do it all over again with another ship. Yeah, it's just a hubris piece of shit. I find it disgusting because basically any crippled dog will be able to fuck with me. Will be able to fuck with anyone because everything is automated on it. We can only hope that a lot of these monkeys are unable to spec the ship properly, like not put the right modules on, maybe not take manual secondaries or something, so it's a bit easier to live through. Also, maybe some people don't have a 21 point or I don't know, high point Pan American commander, hopefully, I don't know. In the end, it's just gonna be demented. Gunboats will suffer a lot, low range, no smoke cruisers will suffer a lot. Cruisers that have to play close to objectives or want to be nose in will suffer a lot. BBs that want to play close will suffer a lot. Even BBs that kite, like if you get run down by, there's like the only BB where you can actually just W into the enemy spawn if there's no like the moment the torpedo boat is gone, you have a free pass. You can just W in. Like the torp boats, so torp threat's gone, you just W in, and this ship actually manages to run down kiters. If you get the enemy ship into secondary range and you can keep it there, you will be able to win even a fight against the kited ship. That's how hubris this boat is. It's actually criminal. Like, okay, no one wants people to perma kite. Okay, but technically kiting should always win the trade, but therefore you give up on objectives and position, right? Because you're AFK in spawn, you're in far away, kited on a flank, or like you lose power or impact on the objective in kite, but you should be able to win the trade. So this is kind of how it should be. How the fuck does this ship suddenly kill shit in kite? Like, it runs it down and kills it. Like, I have done it multiple times. Crap like Borg, crap like HE spamming Conqueror. You just run them down. You don't give a fuck. Like, if you have enough HP, and we're not even talking full HP, you can just run them down. You murder them. God forbid they don't have fire prevention. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. I think this game showed specifically how brain damaged it is. Secondary squared in, main guns dealing absurd amounts of citadels and damage. The ship is brain dead. It will probably be nerfed, so the moment it gets to life, get it quick fast, play it for the 2 months, 3 months where it's probably not nerfed, and then they, I guess, have to nerf it. I mean, I hope so, but it's a BB, we never know if they nerf BBs, probably they won't even, but it's a tech tree BB, so I guess they will nerf it more likely than any premium BB, like Wisconsin or Rhode Island. But yeah, that's it for me, and see you in the next video.